Oh, of course. Of course it doesn't want to do what I want it to do.
Oh no.
There's chat. Chat's back. Okay.
Hi,
We
chat.
got it. Hey, everybody, and welcome to episode something or other. I didn't even bother to count this time. I think we're on 14.
Okay.
Cool. We'll call
Sure.
it 14 and call it good. This is episode 14-ish of the Homerow podcast. I am your host, Joe, joined by Zero Doxy.
Hi.
And, of course, Quiglin.
Hey, what's going on?
This week was a weird week because we don't have a ton of news, but we have some cool stuff to talk about and some games that we've been playing. So welcome, chat. You guys are up on our screens as well. Of course, if anything sounds weird, looks weird, let us know in the chat. Be as specific as possible so I can fix it as soon as possible. It looks like everything is good to go.
He works it very quickly. It's fine.
No.
I'm going to be honest, Joe. You forgot to chroma key.
Did I?
You did.
It still looks pretty good.
It does look good.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it just the way it is.
Yeah. See, people know when I do it, it's different. Just like me. So really the only thing I have for news this week, and feel free to chime in chat with some topics for us, because you guys are always awesome like that, because you are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw those Doxy chats in chat.
Yeah, Doxy chat.
Hit them up. That's me. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, the only real topic that I put on the board for this week was that there is a studio by the name of I forget their name.
Press play.
Press Play, thank you. Who made Max: The Curse of Brotherhood, I believe it was, and they are.
It's good.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was well received. People seem to like it, but they're doing a really cool concept with their next big thing, which is you get to choose.
That is really hype. I am really
Yeah.
excited about that. I didn't get a chance to look at the link because I was dealing with tech issues, but I'm really excited to take a look at that later. So explain more to me, like the different choice. Have you taken an in-depth look yet?
I just watched the teaser video, so there's like a teaser
too.
of each. It's one long YouTube video. I shouldn't say long. It's maybe
It's like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Paint me a picture. Paint me a video, rather.
All right, Brian. I'll take the first one. You take the second one, and then the third one I'm
love
kind of
this.
indifferent on because I think
Yeah.
I think that game
Can I
actually
just
already
pretend?
exists.
Can I just make it up and pretend?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
yeah.
I mean,
And then you
Yeah,
guys can actually
can-
tell it?
Of
I love
course.
this
Okay.
plan. All right,
Of
let's do
course.
it. Let's go.
The first one, I forget the name of it already. It was something dwarf,
Project Darka.
Darka.
Dwarka.
Because it was like dwarf, but not really. Anyway, you're it's a first-person cooperative, like loot-based game, if that's correct. I think you basically go through as a troop of dwarves, hunting down gold. You're slaying monsters, going after the gold. That's all it really is. There was some cool kind of artwork, steampunk-ish style. There were guns. There was like drills. It was really strange, but kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked really awesome. I mean, it definitely was like multiplayer dungeon crawler type thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. The second one was Project Knoxville. Is that right?
Yes, Knoxville.
All right. And Project Knoxville kind of looked like it is kind of like a cross between a survival horror game and the Running Man. So the concept is you're in a reality TV show with everybody, and it's survival horror. So you're like going as a group to survive and finish whatever, or get to wherever you need to go, except, at what point do the people in your party start to drag you down and hinder you rather than help you? So
Okay.
then you kind of leave them or let them die or kill them
There's a
to
board
get them
game
out of the
like
way.
that you were telling me about.
Yeah. So it's very cool like that. It seems really kind of both spooky but awesome, and a lot of there might be a lot of backstabbing. It depends on how much you feel like you're going to get out of it. So that looks very interesting. The last one was
It's my turn.
Project. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
The last one it's really weird because it was also a survival horror, but it was also a virtual reality porn. It was called Project Boobies, and
You have my attention.
you
Yeah,
have to, you
I'm
have
listening.
to sex your way through several dungeons, and the boss fights. Let me tell you, they're just as grueling as they are hot. Was I right? Was I close?
Dead
Kind
on.
of.
Actually, I probably would. That would actually make my vote a little bit tougher to cast because the last one was really, to me, Brian. You can tell me what you think. It was Besiege.
Yeah, with vehicles.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just make vehicles and drive around. That's what I got from it. It was called Project Karoo, but that's it. It just seemed
First
like
one sounds really cool.
The first
Yeah.
one sounded cool. The second one to me sounded like the best. Sorry, I'm
it's the
keeping
best
an eye on things.
concept.
Yeah, it looked like The Long Dark paired with The Hunger Games.
Or wait, yeah, that's the second. The second one sounds really
Yeah,
cool.
the second
I was
one,
thinking
I think,
that the second one was the dwarfs and the first one was the survival horror. I don't know why.
the dwarf one could be, if they showed maybe some gameplay or something, might be a little bit cooler, but
Right.
couldn't tell if that was a tire screeching or a woman screaming. Either way,
Sounded like tires to
Either
me,
way,
Joe.
podcasts are going to continue on.
yeah, as long as those windows stay intact, we're okay. And there's no knock at the door. Can't just ignore it. But that was kind of cool. I think that's a cool concept, and I like it that each of them is kind of at a prototype phase to where they can show off a little bit, and they're comfortable being like, hey, here's where we're going. What do you guys want to see? And I'm also very happy that they're not trying to crowdfund anything. They're crowdsourcing
Yeah.
their next idea, but they're not like, Kickstarter, please.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me when things need Kickstarter. Like I think that if you have a good thing that people want and you want to crowd fund, then awesome. But I do have a lot of respect for game companies that don't resort to that right off the bat. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Sure.
I think it's kind of cool to see that a Microsoft-owned studio is doing this too, because that's another. Allow me to get on my Xbox platform here real quick, but they are
Super
allowing.
unlike Microsoft.
Yeah, it's super unlike any big corporation. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever seen anybody that owns something like that did a good job with their last game, and then all of a sudden they're like, "What do you guys want to make?" We're like, "Well, we have these 3 ideas. Go throw them out to the crowd, see what they want." That's like
Right.
the coolest. I think we're at a. I probably say it every single week, but we're at a really cool time in gaming where they're trying a lot of things, and there's a lot of games getting made that wouldn't have been made 20 years ago. Hell, even like 5 years ago, probably. But we're also getting some cool options in terms of what we're really seeing more of what we would like to see in a game.
You know what I think would be really cool is if they did something similar to this, but like in a Telltale style, and like each episode you get to decide what like kind of direction it goes in. I think that would be really, really neat.
That would be pretty sick.
That'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, I'd play that.
I
As
would
busy
for
as
sure.
Telltale
that.
is, I'd love to see them make something new that's really
Doctor
thrilling.
Who.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they would be good at it.
I can say I'm not a Doctor Who fan, but I could say that I would check out a game for sure.
How are you not a Doctor Who fan? You're such a
Never
fucking
gotten-
nerd. Like, I
problem-
did not get you not liking Doctor Who.
The problem is that people tell me that I need to like Doctor Who, and then they make me watch it.
Oh.
Everybody tells me different episodes, so then I start at a weird spot, and then I hate it.
Mm.
No, you
You
gotta start.
Yeah,
Yeah, with Eccleston.
yeah. Start at the beginning of Christopher Eccleston and then watch through.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's the other thing is sometimes like when people do that, they're like, "No, you have to like this." You're like, your immediate reaction is like, "I hate it."
Yeah, definitely.
But once I started watching it, it sucks you in, especially like if you start at the beginning of Christopher Eccleston and start the way through. Like all of a sudden, you're like realizing that you're just consuming it one after another. You're binging it. It's
Definitely.
yeah.
I'm kind
It's
of
good
really
like that.
busy with Rick and Morty right now.
Oh, God, it's the best
And,
show. It's so good.
What else have I been watching? Oh shit, I got into Deadwood. Oof.
I tried, but I fell asleep like 3 nights in a row. I would put
Ouch.
it on for my like winding down, and I fell asleep, which is crazy because I love cowboys. I love them. The like old west fucking outlaws and shit. I
Yeah.
live for that. Wild West MMO. Hashtag Wild West MMO. Well, I really
Bring it
want something
around.
like that to happen. I think that cowboys are so exciting, but can't get behind that show for some reason.
It makes me want to play Red Dead, and then makes me like want another Red Dead, and then it makes me sad because there's not.
Why
one.
has that not been remastered? Like of all the games that they're remastering, that I'm kind of like meh. Why are they not remastering that?
Maybe they're working on hashtag Wild West.
They could be. They
Wild West
could
MMO.
be. RDR Online. That'd be awesome. That's that's about it for the news, really. I mean, transitioning right into Rick and Morty news.
Yeah.
Uh, I haven't watched the whole second season, but it's funny because now we're on TV, and Brian, we just talked about how we hate how some gaming sites, because they need
Yeah.
clicks,
Need
are
clicks.
going towards movies, and like, here's what Marvel's
Movies.
fucking up today.
I like want to read to chat the conversation that you guys had earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We bitched about it, and then we did it. And then
Yep.
we just
It's awesome.
It's all fucking pop media, though. Like it's hard. It's hard to talk about one without referring to the other once in a while.
Yeah. Well, I guess my main problem with the whole Polygon thing is that they started out with a mission and this idea of what they wanted to be, and now I understand how business works, but you've moved away from what the mission is. So it's hard for me to not at least say something about it.
yeah. And there's still the thing that gets me is there's still
Joe, turn up your mic.
my mic.
Whoa, no, in
Whoa.
OBS.
What?
Or turn us down.
What just happened? What did I
You
just
turned up
do?
your mic. You turned up your actual mic instead of using OBS to turn your mic up.
My mic's all the way up in OBS.
Okay, turn us down.
Federalby. Hello. He's talking about my bass.
He does have a sultry voice. Let me know if that's better.
Hopefully it is. Yami Mosh fan, this is the podcast that I'm a part of. We talk about video games and apparently TV.
Yeah, we're gonna bitch about sites talking about movies, and then we're gonna go right back in to talking about
Right,
movies
start
and games
talking about-
and TV.
Sure.
We're an entertainment podcast.
God damn it!
Actually, we just watched Battle of the Five Armies, and that was kind of disappointing. It was not the last Hobbit movie. It just, I don't know. It just didn't grab me at all.
I haven't seen any of the Hobbit movies. I've heard that they are all just steaming piles.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's unfortunate.
I
I was
actually,
looking forward to them.
Exactly.
you know what? I disagree. Well, I only saw the first one, and that was all right. The second one I fell asleep during, and I gave up. The third one I did hear. I always refer. Actually, I can tie this back to gaming news because I always, I always kind of go off of this writer named Alexa Ray Correa from GameSpot.
Mhm.
She used to
Sure.
be at Polygon. I think
Yeah.
she was at
Mhm.
Polygon, left for GameSpot. She's like the biggest Lord of the Rings nerd I've ever seen, and she really made me pay attention to Shadow of Mordor, like right around launch.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Uh-huh.
her passion alone got me into that game. But she explained the other two movies. Like she said, the first Hobbit was okay because it was kind of like the book. It was
Right.
interesting and at least a good story. But then the Five Armies, she was like, it's not. It's a piece of shit. Like she, I could see in her eyes, like she was just a disappointed fan. And I was like, that's fine. I don't need
That's
to see
so
it.
sad.
Yeah, I could read the book if I need to, and I'm okay. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Let me know if the mic's better, or if the levels are better, or if they're worse, or not.
I have played GTA 5, but my computer doesn't like it at all. It crashes all over the place. And a lot of people have that problem. This is something that we could talk about, fucking optimization, like poorly optimized video games, because there have been a fucking lot of them lately. Like,
This
Coming
should
to
also
mind.
be a reminder that Batman is still not on the market.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to ask that. Where is Batman?
yep, it's unfortunate. Like, especially because I have a computer that should be able to handle fucking anything right now.
Mhm.
Like it's
Right.
not it's not top of the line or anything, but it's pretty beefy, you know. And I can't run GTA 5 for more than like 15 minutes at a time without it crashing. So I just uninstalled it and freed up space because fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I need to get a new fucking video card. Nvidia sponsor me.
Yeah, go for it. I heard
I'll
that.
sell you a really cool MMO idea.
You could box that with the card, the next card.
Thank you, Mommy. Yami. Jesus. Maybe I should have done voice warm ups like you, Brian. 'Cause
Yeah.
I almost said Mommy Mash fan. Yami Mash fan. Thank you. Appreciate the feedback. But yes, poorly optimized games are awful. So I may have brought this up on a podcast before, but Rockstar games are very hit and miss. Like on my PC and Doxy, we have similar CPUs and GPUs from our past conversations. And
Yeah.
like Max Payne 3, like butter. Like that game looks gorgeous. It runs great, and I love it. And then I play LA Noire. and it's like it runs better on my fucking Xbox 360.
LA Noire runs fine for me.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Ugh.
It's the other way around for
It
me.
might be
Well,
my
except for I don't have Max Payne.
expectations.
I'm talking about GTA 5 being bad, but like, yeah, LA Noire, smooth as silk,
I
man.
wonder if it's my expectations though, because I'm coming from like LA Noire on Xbox 360, like it's locked at 30 frames. Cool. I kind of expect it to be at 60 on my computer or greater, and it's like a 4-year-old game or something. Yeah, maybe not 4. I don't know. It's old.
Yeah.
And it doesn't run well. It
Say
makes me
4, yeah.
really mad because I
Why
just
you
want to
more
play
than-
a like detective procedural, but it's
Like,
fine.
I'm sick of this trend though, because there are so many games that I've been so fucking excited about, and they all run like shit. And I'm talking about, like, it started with Lords of the Fallen, because that game was awesome. It was really cool, and like I liked it. It felt like an introduction for people who aren't into the kind of like Dark Souls and stuff games that I'm into. You know what I mean? Like it was a step in that direction for people
Sure.
who are maybe not so into that. And yeah, I was just like super excited about it, and then it ran like garbage. I tried to stream it on my birthday, I want to say. No, it was on Thanksgiving, and yeah, it ran terribly. And then ever since then, just every game that I get hella excited about just runs like shit. Sucks. Like, you are big companies with lots of money. There's no excuse for this.
Right, and then there's really no cause for celebration when a game runs like it should either. It's kind of funny when you install a game and you're like, "Oh, this runs great." Like, "Oh, well, it fucking should." Like,
Yeah,
you guys,
Yeah.
that's their job. Like, that's what it is supposed to do.
And it's not like there are a huge number of makers out there. I mean, there are two. Either you know, for the most part, you either have, well, I guess there's integrated cards, but you know, I mean, it's either an AMD or NVIDIA. So it's, I mean, I understand that you can't really test necessarily against every single card, but there are certain specs that are going to be coming out with those drivers. You know, the drivers that are currently out there. And I'm sure that some of these, maybe not all the indie games, but there are AAA games out there, these publishers who have the ability to reach out to these companies and say, hey, we want to work with you to optimize for your drivers,
Totally.
for your cards.
yeah. Well, realistically, the biggest offenders are usually the big guys
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the indie games, more often than not, don't have the time or resources to make their games look on the level
Sure.
of like Max Payne or GTA or
Right.
some of the. I'm picking on Rockstar, but really Batman.
Well,
You know.
I mean, my AMD did for my AMD card did have a driver update that was specific to GTA 5.
Yep, mine too.
Mhm.
Didn't
So-
do shit. Not a thing.
It's a placebo. It's meant to make you
Yeah,
think it's
it
running way better.
Fucking, it did nothing, man. Like, I'm so upset because that game is crazy fun.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy fun. And like, all my friends were playing it, and I wanted to play with my friends, but it would take me like 30 minutes just to get into their game. Like,
Ugh.
because of crashing over and over again, and then I would only be able to play for like 15 minutes.
And then you just
Yuck.
rage quit everything and go to bed.
Yeah, basically. And have horrible, horrible nightmares of my life crashing. Thanks, Rockstar. Thanks.
But they make such good games.
They really do.
God, I beat that game on
They do.
360, and then I played it again on Xbox One, all in first-person mode, just because it was there.
Wow.
And then I almost bought it again. I'll still buy it when it goes on sale for PC, and if they can optimize it maybe a little further, because like I said, I think we have similar rigs, so I don't want to tax it. I need a new case. I can hear my GPU like grunting in there.
We were just talking about new cases in the DDC chat. Like, me and my homies that do the DDC
yeah.
have a Skype call, and we were just talking about cases.
Yep.
I have nothing more to add to this conversation.
Wondering if I could just make one out of wood, stain it real pretty.
I don't think that would go over well, Joe.
I don't think so either, but I'll be back.
Not a
with
good
results.
conductor of heat.
No.
You're like, I put it in an underwater case. I don't understand why it's not working.
It's liquid cooling.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
can
that
put
tough.
mineral oil in your case, and it will be fine.
I'm not
Did you
gonna
know
do that. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
you
do-
shouldn't. It'd be a bitch to like clean and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna
can
change
totally
the
do
oil
it.
on my PC. Get the drip pan out. Let's see. Well, we can move right along. I've actually played a lot of games, so if anybody in chat has some news items to bring up, by all means.
yeah, do it.
Yeah.
throw them in there. But for the most part,
Oh, ass news
yeah, like there's
for a
been
long
nothing.
time now.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad. I should probably. I don't want to make news out of nothing either. So.
Yeah. I did. Doxy, did you see that they're trying? They're trying to do Twitch plays Dark Souls.
I heard. I heard that they got to the first bonfire, which is actually pretty impressive.
Wow. Yeah, they're like 90 hours in. They still have not hit the first boss yet.
Mm. That doesn't surprise me even a little bit. Like, why would they? Why? That's
Yeah, I
better
know.
suited for shit like Spelunky would be a great one, or like Super Meat Boy could be really fun, but still difficult. I don't know. I feel like they peaked early with Pokemon.
Yeah, and that was great, but then they decided to go on to the next Pokemon game, and I think the attention started to wane. So Nopcar, you said something about WW2 games, WW.
WW.
And I did not see it. I don't know if you guys saw it in the chat.
No.
Yeah, I didn't
No,
see
I
anything.
did
Feel
not
free to send it
post,
over again. We'd be happy to chat about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of game ideas, I have a chip on my shoulder when the hate for World War II games. Damn it, it's one of my favorite points in history. When are we going to get a new World War II FPS?
I think it's time.
World War II is definitely an interesting time in history, but I feel like no matter how long we wait, like in our lifetimes, people are still going to be like, too soon.
There's going to be somebody.
There are still people that are alive that have like suffered from stuff like that, and
Sure.
Yeah, I agree. I think actually this is kind of a news item. I don't remember if I brought this up or if I just chatted with somebody else about it, but Gearbox actually announced that they are like willing to have another studio help them with another Brothers in Arms, which is it's a World War II game and it's awesome. It was like one of those ones where you could order your squad mates around, like tell one guy over here when you could actually flank. Like there was strategy and first person stuff to it, and I really liked it. And they actually told like real stories from World War II. And I think there's still a lot to be told there. There's a lot of, man, World at War. I can still go back to that Call of Duty and play that campaign and have a great night. But yeah, I would wholeheartedly welcome a World War II game. Doxy.
Johnny Plays MC did bring up Mike Bithel's new game Volume. Have you guys looked at that at all?
I did. I haven't had, so I've got some other things going on that I can't really chat about just yet. But that game I've been following for a while because Bithel is amazing. And that game looks really cool. Especially I like the take on like the main character's name is Loxley. That's pretty fucking cool, like Robin Hood. But the art style is really cool. But I haven't seen. Have you guys played it?
I've not played it. I just found out about it today. Gosh darn it! Yeah, I just saw it today for the first time. It looks really good.
I played Cards Against Humanity with Mike Bithel one time and discovered that we share a love of boogers. It's one of the proudest moments of my life. I love that, and I have to tell people. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mike Bithel is great though. He's just like he's funny and charming and a great storyteller. And if you guys haven't checked out Thomas Was Alone, it's kind of old news, but it's like a multiple award-winning game. It's really good. Yeah, it's like there are puzzles that are actually engaging and a good story behind it. So definitely check that out. Follow Mike Bithel. He is amazing. The end.
Yeah.
Also, Volume is out, so buy that. It's a stealth game.
Yeah.
How many amendments do I need, Dad?
So I'm sorry, Yami's bringing up Agario.
Agario?
I have not heard or seen a thing about it.
It's
Just had to Google it.
Like you're a circle and you run around eating other people who are circles. It's like a web. I hesitate to call it an MMO, even though that's kind of what it is.
Eat cells smaller than you and don't get eaten by the bigger ones as an MMO. That's a really bad description, but okay. The pictures kind of get it.
It's really fun. It's really fun to kill some time.
Yeah.
But I don't have any problems with it running slow or lagging. Yami.
So you play it in your browser?
Yeah, and there's also a mobile app for it. I don't like the mobile app. I just don't like the way that it controls like at all. But yeah, you can play it in your web browser.
20,000 people.
Wow.
At a time.
That's
one crazy.
Game? That'd be insane. I could see why it might lag if there's that many in one session, or sharing an experience like that.
That's not the way it is at all. I feel like it's
The way
got
you,
like
the way you shook your head at me, you pretty much called me an idiot, but that's fine.
no. You're
No,
not.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
No, there's not that many people in one game at a
Oh,
time. There are
gotcha.
several games that are like I don't know if they're split up by like region or like by time that you log in or what, but yeah, there's different games.
I would. I'm at that point where I'd like to say, like, hey, I will check that out. But I'm also at that point where I have games coming out
Yeah,
that I have to play. Um,
have to play.
and yeah.
This isn't a thing that's gonna suck a lot of time away from you. It's like it's a pooping game.
I like pooping games. My latest pooping game is actually Hitman Go. You guys played that?
Oh yeah, it's good.
That's awesome.
It's good. It's really good. The
See you
arts.
later, Marcus Rock.
How
Later, Marcus.
Yeah, take it easy, Marcus. Yeah, I mean it's the way to design the game and then put the art style around it works perfectly.
I love Brian's internet.
Paint us a picture. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm just talking about Hitman Go. It just the art style is great.
It is. So it's a very simplistic art style, and the way that it's done is like you just like stopped for a second, and then it caught up really quick again. And it was
Oh,
okay.
kind of funny to see you like.
It does that a lot.
But it's like little life or like miniature figurines of the hitman, and then like a couple guards and your target. And you basically can make one move at a time. When you move, somebody else moves as well. It's like in the style of a board game. It's like you're looking down at a board game, and
Okay.
the strategy comes in, when you make a move, someone else does, but you kind of have to time your moves correctly to where if you can get to a spot that somebody else occupies, you knock them off. But if they get to the spot that you are either going to or that you're occupying, you're dead, basically.
Okay.
So it's like a super drilled down version of Hitman. And you're basically just trying to get to your target or collect a briefcase, then get to your target. You can go on these little squares and pick up like a rock or a soda can and throw it to a square where somebody will hear it, and it'll change their pattern of like,
Movement.
yeah, like their kind of alert status too. So it's pretty cool. It's bad because it's one of those games where like I think it's only gonna take a second. Excuse me, and then I sit there pooping. For like, it doesn't take me that long. Like I'm pretty efficient at pooping, but then all of a sudden like 35 minutes have passed and my wife thinks something's very wrong. It's just stage 12 is kind of.
She's not wrong.
Yeah.
She just starts bringing home a bunch of brand stuff.
Just fiber. Yeah.
Also, a good pooping game is Pac-Man 256, a new age Pac-Man Infinite Runner. Also, hi, iDubbbz. Everybody should check out iDubbbz. He's a funny dude.
What's up, iDubbbz?
I could be super into that. Infinite Runners are fun.
So Zombie, it's out, right? Zombie is out on PC.
Zombie U?
Yeah. Well, it's now just Zombie.
Okay, yeah,
So
fair
Zombie-
enough.
Yeah. So I could talk about it. I haven't written my review on it, but I am reviewing Zombie for Xbox One. So it's also PC, Xbox One, and I believe PS4. I would imagine. Ubisoft wants to make money, right?
Yeah.
So yes, first-person zombie survival horror game. Did either of you play it on the Wii U?
Yes.
What did you think?
Loved it. I thought
Yeah.
it was fun. Really, I was watching Mike play. And so I don't know. I don't have like a really good feel for the controls or anything, but I thought that it was pretty innovative. And like, I loved the way they incorporated the Wii gamepad. I really love the Wii U. I really love it. It makes me so goddamn mad because I hate Nintendo so much, but I love Nintendo so much.
We've
It's
talked
just-
at length about how Nintendo is
infuriating.
that company that you want to make the right decision, and then they make like the opposite of the right decision.
Yeah,
Right.
man. It's frustrating, but it's really good. That game is super fun, and I could see sinking hours and hours and hours and hours into it. But Mike didn't like it as much as I did, and he was the one playing it. So I don't know. What do you think, Joe?
So I have to say that I don't love it. I like it a
Okay.
lot. I actually like the concepts behind it. Like it's probably the best scary-ish survival horror game, like good zombie
With
game.
especially featuring zombies, yeah.
Yeah, that I've played in a long time. Like it's not just bullets are finite. Like they're tough to find. Your inventory space is actually extremely limited.
Mhm.
And the way that they handle like death is kind of frustrating but cool at the same time. Because if you
It's
die,
Dark Soulsy.
yeah, you just restart with basically like your travel points, and you keep the size of your backpack. So if you get an XL backpack, thank God, I was gonna get really pissed off. But you lose all your guns, and you basically start with a cricket bat again. But you can go out and find an AK and a submachine gun and all this crazy stuff. But it's also like that stuff sprinkled in at just the right intervals to where it's challenging, and you never feel like if you were to run into a group of zombies, you never feel like you could just take them all down. Like if there's more than 2, you're usually like, oh shit.
You're very cautious.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that it forces you to be really strategic like that. I really like that. And that's
Sure.
not something that is always pulled off really well in games, I feel. But I think that this game did a really good job of putting you in situations where you're like kind of figuring out a puzzle, but also kicking ass at the same time. Like, I really like it.
The one thing that and I don't have the answer for this, but I wish zombie games in general could figure out a better way to convey like some sort of mission structure than like, go get me antibiotics, go get fuel for this. Like it's all fetch quests all
Yeah.
the time.
Yep.
And I don't know how to do it better. Obviously, I'm not a game designer or writer, but there's gotta be something that's not like, okay, here's a safe house. Now you have to go here and then come back to the safe house. Now you need to go over there and come back to
Right.
the safe house. I thought Dying Light did the same thing, but I liked Dying Light a lot. Like a lot. They also switched up the locale. Like you went from a kind of a outskirts town to like a metro
Yeah.
far
Sure.
east, really cool, multi-level. Man,
Dying
I
Light was
really like
super
that
good.
game. But that was
Dying
also
Light was
guilty
super
of making you way too much of a badass. Because you could get around a horde of 30 zombies just by going up for the most part, or
Yeah.
launching something at them,
Sure.
you know? But it's fine. I think it's a good game, and it's the right time of year. Like I was just thinking, what's the next scary game to come out? And I think Until Dawn's really the only big one
Yeah.
that is like and my style is more of like suspense and not jump scares. But Zombie has actually gotten me a couple times. Like
Yeah.
so my headset wasn't working, and it wasn't as scary or like engrossing to not have a headset on. But man, play that game with a headset on, and there were a couple times where I went to like walk over something or crawl into a vent, and I almost
A
pooped them.
skeleton popped out.
Yeah.
A spooky,
Pow!
spooky skeletal.
It's also super good at like instilling the dread.
Yeah.
You know, like I just think that Zombie was really well done.
It is. I'm starting to get more of that feeling. Like even though, I can't tell how much of it is good game design and how much of it is not good game design. But I get that feeling that there's no real reward at the end of the game. I feel like there's not
Yeah.
going to be an ending because I'm not there yet. I'm very close, but I have a feeling that I'm going to get there and it's going to be like either there's just nothing. It's not like New Game Plus. It's not like, all right, you saved everybody, everything's cool now. I feel like
Yeah.
it's just going to be like, you're still fucked. Like
Yeah.
it'll
Totally.
just be like fade to black and credits.
Which would not be the worst ending, though.
Yeah, Fingered did come out, and I played a little bit of it. Do you guys know about Fingered?
I
No.
saw a screenshot. And that's it.
It's Edmund McMillan's new game, and there are people that are giving you clues. Like there's eyewitnesses and a lineup, right? And the eyewitness is giving you descriptions, sometimes vague, sometimes very specific, sometimes. I'm getting ahead of myself. So like they give you clues as to who committed this crime, and you have to pick them out and send them to the electric chair. And they have clues where they'll be like, he was definitely this or that. I think he was this or that. And you have to like pick out of a lineup, and it's really simple. It's another pooping game, big time. Like I don't
Sounds
know
like
if
an
it's
awesome
available.
pooping game.
It's a little bit. Well, I don't know if it's available for mobile, but it's not something that I would stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost
At least you
resorted
know
to that the other night and didn't, and I'm glad that I didn't.
It's almost like our show title is picked now. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pooping game at this point.
Pooping
You can
games
poop to
galore.
it. Games you can poop to.
Yeah.
You guys remember those
Game.
collections of like CDs? It was like 40 discs.
Yeah.
Music from the 70s.
All
Yes.
games you can
Totally.
poop to.
Oh man, now we got to make a video.
Yeah.
Whew.
Homerow podcast top 15 pooping games.
Man, that should be our channel trailer.
I like it.
It's a really good idea. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. Oh, no, it's not. I also played Call of Duty Black Ops 3, like a lot.
Yeah,
this
tell us.
morning.
Yeah.
So I had this moment. I had a moment. The Homerow Poopcast. Join us, won't you? Are we wearing pants? You'll never know. There was like this
We
moment.
were supposed to wear pants because
Yeah, I just have to do something over there that's definitely
Yeah,
not
I have
putting
to-
on my
Just
pants.
wheel the chair out perfectly sideways. Don't go back. Do not go back. So yes, I played quite a bit of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and like initially I was like, well, it's Call of Duty because my first game, I got just fucking slaughtered. Like the kids these days, like shaking my fist at these clouds, I got rolled on. But I also played Team Deathmatch right away, and then went to Domination because that's kind of my Call of Duty standby. But then I started unlocking some more stuff, and my last couple games, I unlocked a gun that I would never use in any other Call of Duty, a light machine gun with a high rate of fire.
I love light machine guns.
I always use subs. I always get
Love 'em.
really close and hip fire and spray everywhere and do okay, but I like move really quick. So I changed up my style and went with that, and it's got kind of the advanced warfare like boost jump and rocket forward type movement, which I really, really liked. Like that's cool because it adds, I can slide around a corner and take people by surprise. Like that stuff's pretty cool to me.
It's sweet.
The way that this game works is actually this epiphany I had, or this like moment, was that this game plays like a first-person MOBA, and it's really kind of cool. Like if you break it down to the mechanics, part of it is very MOBA-esque because you've got these specialists, right? They're your heroes, like a MOBA would be. And instead of like Advanced Warfare, where everybody can do whatever the hell they want, like just put on armor and make different exoskeletons and all this stuff, everybody looks basically the same, but they have these abilities. Like one has a full-on bow that shoots exploding bolts. One of them has a like ground pound move. There's one that's got a like giant lightning rifle, and they each have the same look. So you might see a match where everybody's exactly the same. Now they have said that like in esports or comp matches, they're going to limit who can be who, so there can't be like 5 people with bows just firing these things.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was really shocked at that. And then there's other things like there's a ban list, like you can take out certain heroes and features. You can vote on what's next. But it's the first time in a long time that I've played Call of Duty's multiplayer. I played it in Advanced Warfare and it's fine, but this was actually pretty exciting to play. Like when I got that light machine gun, when I got like I switched up my play style a little bit, started playing Hardpoint instead, which is like a roving point on the map to capture, like
Sure.
King of the Hill.
Okay.
I was really good at it. Like I was consistently in the top 3 score. I could get into the hard point. I could defend it. I could hit people at range. I was really, really liking it. And God, Call of Duty is so easy to hate. It's so
Mhm.
easy to be like,
Sure.
man, fuck
Them's
that.
fighting words.
Well, I mean,
Joseph.
if there's like one game out there that's the bro game, that's the man, this is like the worst, the most toxic community, the
Yeah, I get
worst
you.
out there, right?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
what gaming shouldn't be. But then I love it. Like it was really fucking cool. And all of a sudden I'm like going from I might buy Call of Duty this year to I gotta buy Call of Duty this year. That paired with
Yeah.
that Zombies trailer, and Black Ops has always had the coolest story to me.
Uh-huh.
World at War
Yeah,
was
same.
pretty good, but I think Black Ops has always been like the most interesting story.
Definitely. I agree.
So it's good. It's good.
That's hype. I'm really, really happy to hear that because I will be getting it.
Oh, there's wall running. Oh, the wall
There's
running.
wall running?
So the wall running is this shit. And people don't have it down yet.
I love how excited you are.
Oh
Yeah.
man. It's because
love it.
I can get the drop on people by wall running because there are runs on the maps that clearly they spent more time designing than I think I initially even thought they would have. Because normally on a map you've got what, like 3-lane maps, 5-lane maps. Again, with
Sure.
the MOBA speak, but this is now there's areas that you can fall into. One map in particular, you can fall a lot. I fell and looked like a moron a lot by falling off the map. But if you hit a good run, you can jump from wall to wall and cut right through the middle of the map. To like in CTF, you feel amazing because you
Yeah.
can rocket jump up, wall run up and over, and then rocket slide under somebody and just destroy them. And then you watch your kill cam and look awesome. But then, you know, that's 1 out of 10. 9 times out of 10, you look like a moron and they just shoot you in the face. But it does feel really cool. It went from, like I said, a game that I was going to probably pass over, maybe get on GameFly or something like that.
Yeah.
To
one that you
now
must
I'm
own.
getting.
Yeah.
God damn it. I thought I was out and they pulled me back
Pull me
in.
back in. Yeah.
Those sons of bitches.
Hi, Slayer Man. Hi, Diamond Reaper. Thank you, Slayer Man.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Doxy, you ever play TF2? I have. I'm not as in love with it as everybody else is.
I've heard it's evolved quite a bit. Like there,
Oh,
like it's
really?
yeah. I would almost like to jump back in because the last time I played was like launch. Like it was a
Yeah.
long time ago. Somebody did bring up Five Nights at Freddy. Yamimash, I do not speak Italian.
Nope.
I wish.
No attempt.
No,
Last
not
language.
even close. I took German in high school. Joe took
We
German in high
did.
school with me. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I gave him answers because I was better at it than him.
She's not wrong.
I was Frau Pater's
That's awesome.
favorite.
Jawohl. Oh man, Frau Peters. Man.
I loved her. I loved her.
I got along with
but
her pretty
she
well.
really liked me.
We went from one side of the coin to the other, the bad side to the good side. Like we got along very well by the end. Somebody brought up Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's fan because like I get the tension in the game, but I also think that having a fifth game in how many years?
1 year.
In-
One.
1 year.
It's
Yeah.
not even 2 years yet.
No.
That's insane.
Once they fucking put more thought and design into the game, then I'll check it out for sure.
I have seen some things about people getting pretty crazy into like the lore and that there's like a lot behind it. That
There's
I
a
didn't-
there's a lore to it.
yeah, so that's
Yeah,
what-
there is.
I've never looked into it, and I probably won't. I'm just gonna be honest. Until it becomes, like I said, I'm more into like if they could make a Shining game,
Oh,
or something even that isn't The Shining, but is.
that would be a good Telltale.
Oh my! Stop it!
I need to work at Telltale as their idea man.
Oh, that's amazing.
TF2.
I need skills. So
Oh,
that I
that's
can get-
interesting. So Y2B Crazy says TF2 is becoming more like CS:GO. That's interesting because TF2 was very different than CS:GO,
Yeah.
and they're both Valve properties.
Mhm.
So I would hope that. I mean, maybe it's just competition-wise, it's getting very heated. Because
I think Valve just wants money. I don't think
Oh,
they
yeah.
care how it comes.
We glossed over Call of Duty. Well, we didn't really gloss. We stuck there for a minute. But I forgot to ask you, what do you have like a special thing that you name your classes in Call of Duty?
Custom Class 1, Custom Class.
That's it, really?
Yeah.
I always name
Yeah.
mine after Saved by the Bell characters.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a like fun way to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go Zach Morris on your ass. It's fun.
Oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should
You
look into
should.
that then.
You
But then it'll
should.
just be boogers, 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 boogers.
Yes, I rubbed off on you.
Damn it.
Boogers, butts, boobies, scabs. Damn it. Those are your class names.
All right. Solid.
Sold.
So Y2B and Slayerman kind of, elaborated a little bit. So the economy. Now, the economy of both CSGO and I guess now TF2 are absolutely foreign concepts to me. Now,
Yeah, same.
I've watched a couple streams, like just watching people like open up knives, and like I get that there is an economy there, but I don't understand paying $100 for a skin.
Nope.
I mean, unless I was a dedicated TF2 streamer, possibly. Like,
H1Z1 does that now too.
Really?
Yeah, they have skins that are going for multiple hundreds of dollars.
Is it like
Why?
so? Are they? I gotta unpack this. So there is a $30 game that you can then or $20 game that you.
Yeah, it's funny.
So the skins, are they found in the world? Like, are they lootable?
I think that you have to win them in Battle Royale.
Oh, that I guess that makes a little more sense.
But still, you didn't earn it.
Have you played Devilry? I've never even heard of Devilry.
I've not heard of Devilry either. This is why I love having chat because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
learn of
They
all
are-
these things.
They're amazing. Doxy chat is best chat. Don't you ever forget it.
Never. Um,
I mean,
Sorry,
the
I'm reading
prices
the chat.
come
Yeah.
from how rare it is to come out of cases, and part of the money go to the artists. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
pretty nice. I always forget that it is most of, if not all of that stuff, is actually like modder created or user created, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's awesome. If I could get paid to make assault rifle skins, I'd do
Oh,
it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I have nothing against artists creating things in to put in the game. I just don't see why, if for TF2 being a free game, why I would want to give someone $100 for something.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I have to stop myself because I'll say that, and then I'll spend $4 in Fallout Shelter for stupid lunch boxes.
Lunchbox. Wait. Oh, is my mic quiet or am I just not speaking, Starblast? I don't have much to say about Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I have a code for the beta. I just haven't downloaded the game yet.
So everybody's aware,
Shucks.
if you want to, you can pre-order and play the beta on PS4, I think, only currently, and
Yes.
that goes through Sunday. But you have to pre-order it. So I'll never encourage you to pre-order, but if you know you like Call of Duty and you're thinking about getting it anyway, you have a PS4, kind of a perfect storm of situations.
Why am I so poor right now? That's the worst.
It'll be coming up though. It's in November, right?
Yeah, it's the day after my
Yeah.
birthday. Every year.
Oh, that makes an easy present.
Yeah, totally. My sister is always right the fuck on top of that.
Are you getting the refrigerator?
What?
You haven't seen the refrigerator pre-order?
No.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what
It's
you're
like
talking about.
$250.
Oh yeah.
They have a mini fridge that's like the zombie. You know the zombies, like thing. It's like the perk.
The vending machine?
Yeah, but it's a mini fridge.
I want to. I want it. I want it so bad. I want it.
It does pretty awesome.
I want it so bad. I
Um,
didn't even know it existed. Like there's this thing that I
That's
have
awesome.
all this love in my heart for that I just learned. It's like this is like when my niece was born. This is insane. I want this thing so bad now, and I don't even know what. Call of Duty.
She's like, stream, stop, I'm out.
Yeah.
I gotta go
All right,
find this.
And that's it for the Homerow podcast. Boop.
Oh my god, I want it so bad. It says Juggernog on it.
Oh yeah, it's the Juggernog edition. I forgot. That is pretty cool. A golden frying pan for $5,000 is outrageous.
Yeah, that's
That being
crazy.
said, if I had a golden frying pan and I could sell it for $5,000, I would do it.
I would do it.
Oh,
Hey.
100%.
I would stop
Oh,
this
yeah.
now. I would stop it now.
That's amazing.
Brian, you had
Yes.
something on Omega Quintet.
Yes. So, last time, if you had listened to our last show, I was talking about how I was getting to the 70-hour mark in Omega Quintet, which is a Japanese role-playing game. And essentially, you're a group of magical girls who can use singing to
Yes, this game.
kill enemies. Literally, the weapons are called mics, like as in mics.
Yes.
After the show, so that was like 2 weeks ago, like the next day or at the beginning of the weekend, I playing and all of a sudden it ends. I apparently got the bad ending, and I actually had to go online and try to figure out what I did wrong to get the bad ending. So after
Oh, that's
70
not good.
hours, I got the bad ending, but the game never told me why I got the bad ending.
Well, does the game ever really tell you why you get the bad ending when you get the bad ending in games?
No, but at least they could have. But it is a lot of times the games will give you at least hints as to
Like it'll allude
you need.
to the decision that you made.
Yeah. So apparently, I only had 2.3 or 4 million support rate, which is what you get from
Sounds
your.
outrageous.
You get it from every time you defeat some of the Blair. That's what they call the mobs. After you defeat them, you get some more support from the people in the city.
Okay.
And apparently, you needed more than 3 million support rate, and I only had like 2.4 million. So
Oh no.
I did not grind enough.
So
I guess.
close yet so far.
Yeah. So Yeah, so that's basically it. I had met all the other criteria. I just did not meet the criteria for that. So now my decisions are I get to keep stuff into New Game Plus if I want to do that, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I just don't want to put another 70 hours in just to see
Yeah,
the
I
end,
can
just
definitely
YouTube,
understand that.
which is completely different than Persona 4, where I did end up getting the bad ending the first time after like 100 hours, and I was like, I love this game so much, I'm gonna play it again, and I did end up playing it, get another 100 hours in it to get the good ending.
I love when
So
you get multiple hundreds of hours out
yeah,
of
I mean,
games. The
fabulous.
best.
And Persona, speaking of which, Persona 5 has been announced in North America for 2015. They haven't announced an exact date. I really hope it comes out
They
this year.
have their fucking market strategies down pat.
Oh, I'm so ready. So ready.
Releasing
yeah,
on
so
420 is a bold move.
Oh.
yeah.
You know that everybody takes off that fucking day so that they can stay home and fucking smoke weed and play video games.
I'm in Colorado. They don't stay home. They go to this big fucking park downtown, and there is a cloud. It's
As a
kind of-
non-pot
kind of
smoker
impressive.
who supports marijuana, I'm saying I admire that strategy move. That strategic
Of course.
move.
It
strategy.
actually is pretty intelligent if you think about it.
Definitely.
But let's go back to endings for a second because I think
Okay.
that's a good. So Brian, there was no feedback at all about the support stuff. Like there was, it was just like, oh, you fucked up.
Well, I mean, so one of the people, no one really cares about spoilers for this. So one of the girls ends up being part of the Blair, like she was taken by the Blair and she might be part of the Blair. And so she might end up being a bad guy. And so I thought like the way the story was going is, you have the collection of the team. So you start out as one person and then you get two more people on the team and then you get two more people on the team. So you have your full team and then one of them leaves. And so I'm thinking, okay, so this next arc is person leaves. Of course I'm like, no, don't go. I want you to stay. And then we go out and we do
How
things
did
to
that
try
go?
to convince.
I
Oh no,
I didn't get all that.
stay. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I mean, like, how else would you do a magical girl? Oh,
just like that.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like that.
That's pretty
That's
good.
exactly what. Yeah. And I mean, if you really think about it, like in an anime, a magical is like, I'm a magical girl. More like that.
Please do that forever.
That was good. That was
I
good.
loved it.
But I mean, like, I just that's what I would expect, and then that person comes back, and then you fight the big bad. But that never happened. Like that part, like there was no big bad. I just ended up fighting some Blair at the end that was supposed to be this other character, and then nothing ever happened after that. And I went back and thought about, okay, well, what did they tell me about the support rate? And they just said you just need the support of the people in the city. That was it.
Yeah,
So
that's messed up because I don't like when games do that to where I think Mass Effect 3 was one that you had to prepare for the Reaper invasion and all this crazy stuff, and there was a lot of
Right.
things that you actually had feedback as you were going in terms of
Right.
like you're about here, you should probably be up here, you have to be up here for the best ending.
right.
That ending was totally a whole other topic. But like The Witcher, when I beat The Witcher 3, I thought I did everything right, but I didn't take this one quest to assassinate this one person. And the way
And that one person shit on your day.
So The Witcher's a very dark game. He didn't really shit
Yeah.
on my
Right.
game. He didn't do anything bad to me per se, but because you can kind of continue after the campaign. But
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
there's like these vignettes as you're going through the end game, like illustrated. They're really cool looking, and they're really well like narrated and told and all this stuff. But everything was going great except like basically there was this big war, and I roll up to the main city there, and they're like lighting people on fire. So I was like, well, clearly the people in power now are not that great. So this other guy was the one that the mission was to assassinate him. Well, I went the other way and assassinated the people in power so that they stopped burning people, like these witch hunters would stop burning the people. And the ending vignette was like, Yeah, this other dude took power, and he was like no better than the other guys, and it was like way worse. Like people still, they just,
Oh
Oh.
no.
they basically, it kind of was like I kind of just dealt with it. Like we talked about permanence a couple episodes ago.
Right.
About like I just dealt with it because it was like, well, that I kind of is illustrating the point that like no men are truly good, especially if that if their beliefs and their conviction are enough, they'll just kill whoever they want. It's like, oh, that's kind of a
Right.
good point. But I was like, damn it, it wasn't like the best, like the Paramore ending, like the or Paragon ending. Yami, I would definitely. Okay, so you haven't played Outlast. For a horror game made this year, yikes. I really haven't played a lot. It's just to be honest, I'm really looking forward to what Until Dawn will be, but I think that's going to be more of a party horror game, and it's not going to be very well. It could be gory. I don't know. I haven't played it yet,
Soma looks
unfortunately.
cool.
Soma looks fucking awesome. Actually, you know what? Probably in the last, like, if we're going calendar year, I think Alien Isolation came out just under a year ago. That's probably one of my favorites in the past year, just because
Has
of the
that
tension.
really been less than a year? That feels
It
like
might
it's
be
been out
greater
for
than a
while.
year. That might be my bad.
I mean, it
I
was
feel
last
like-
year,
Last
but
I've had a lot of things happen in this last year, so
It's
it
true.
feels like a long one.
It's true. If I could go, if it was just like my favorite horror games, I would probably have to go back to Silent Hill, Silent Hill 2. God, I had another
Silent
one.
Hill: The Room.
See, I never played The Room. I did play 3.
Do it.
3 was fine. The bad part is now they're a little tougher to get a hold of.
hmm
You know.
Mhm.
God, what was the other really good horror game that I really
Fatal
liked?
Frame.
I never played Fatal Frame, but I did.
Ah,
I like that they're bringing another one to Wii U, especially
yeah.
the gamepad. That's
It's,
awesome.
have we talked about that yet?
Very
think we
briefly,
have.
I think.
Just
Yeah, we did
what a
during the
fucking
E3
good
one.
decision. What a good
Oh, yeah.
fucking decision
Yeah.
to put that on Wii U. Like
I-
that.
it's a perfect
Genius.
match. It really is.
Yeah.
With the thing you hold up.
Well,
Be
I
awesome.
heard about
Whoa.
this horror mobile game. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know. Like I just briefly heard about it, and I don't remember very well, but I do remember what it's supposed to be. And it is supposed to be you take your phone and you're looking through the camera on your phone, right, all through your house, and you're trying to find a little kid and save them. And there's like monsters and stuff that come and attack you.
Oh,
And you're supposed to play it in your house in the dark. And I want it so
that sounds
bad.
awful. That sounds.
I would-
just
no.
I
Mm-mm.
would
worst.
love
Mm-mm.
it.
No,
Love
I'm not
it.
gonna do that.
I would do it with Mike. Like we would go through our house and then like I would like have my phone up here while he has his phone playing the game, like recording us so that we could put it on YouTube. I want it.
That's a good
If
idea.
anybody in
I
chat
will watch that.
knows, if anybody in chat knows what I'm fucking talking about, please, I need it. Thank you.
Nopcar suggested The Thing for PS2. I love The Thing movie, not the new one. Piece of garbage. The like 1987 or whatever it was movie was incredible. I never played the game, but I did hear that it was pretty good. The other one I was thinking of was actually Dying Light, even though I said it's pretty actiony. Like the beginning steps, especially when night starts to creep in, and if you turn off
Oh,
your
yeah.
flashlight, the lighting and just the way that game looks makes you pretty terrified of the dying of the light. Get it?
I'm so excited.
Night
about
Terrors.
That. So excited.
Awesome. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'll play it at like noon.
Make a video and I'll make a video and then we can make a super video of both of us.
Super video.
cut.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. But Soma's probably the one I'm looking forward to most this year. Is there anything else like big horror? Until Dawn, like I said, I'm kind of
Yeah.
Nothing's coming to mind.
I'm a little
but-
nervous about that game.
about Soma.
I'm very. Oh no. Until
Until
Dawn.
Dawn?
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't know.
What are your
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be so cheesy that you're gonna be like I think the acting might be really, really terrible.
I'm
Hoping not.
I
but
saw
it's
some previews and they said it ran like shit.
Oh.
Which I guess there were previews, of course. There's time, but it always scares me a little bit when something runs very poorly and it affects people to the point that they have to make a comment on it. Like that's not cool. There is some footage of them. I know. I watched. I think Kind of Funny Games. They did like 10 minutes of it, and I think that's like what
Okay.
the embargo or the NDA was. Game is about the old movie. Pretty messed up. Awesome.
Night
That's-
Terrors was canceled?
What?
No. Okay.
That breaks my heart.
Buddha bringing in the bad news. That sucks.
That breaks my heart so bad.
Uh, that's too bad.
Yeah, that sucks. The Indiegogo made half what they wanted and they backed out before the end date. Well, that's awful.
Bogus.
That is.
I'm
too
sure
bad.
that's a really fucking hard thing to make, though.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I bet. I
I
can't.
feel like it would be better on like a Nintendo DS.
It has a camera.
Or a Wii U,
Or a Wii U, yeah.
gamepad.
Wait, do the gamepads have a camera? They totally do. They totally do, don't they?
Mm.
Yeah, because you can take a picture of yourself to like create your me.
Awesome. Have y'all played Pineview Drive? I have not played.
I've
Pineview
heard that
Drive.
name. I've also heard the name Alice thrown out, and I don't know anything about either of them except for that they're supposed to be scary games.
I have seen Allison Road. I don't know if that's going any further.
Allison Road, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
my
like-
bad.
Oh shit! I'm an idiot. So I got so mad. So
Tell us
mad.
everything, Joseph.
Yeah.
Speaking of
what's
PT,
going on?
So I
Okay.
remember
Ah.
how I said I upgraded my hard drive on my PS4.
Mm.
He gone. Those
Ouch.
motherfuckers at Konami. It sucks so bad. I really wanted to like hang on to that and play it in a couple years, but
Well, it's
Such
at my
is
house.
life.
I have it, so
I have it.
next time you visit Iowa City, you can
Stop by.
with me.
it sounds awesome. I could do that. All right, I'm fine now. I'm okay now. Man.
Still, that sucks that you don't have it anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does suck. I think it's one of those games though where I would play it and I'd just be like, get to a certain point, be like, okay, fine, shut it off, turn the lights on, let's go to bed, let's go run in the
Maybe
daylight or
watch a
something.
palate cleanser.
Newish game where you take. No.
What?
What
Does
is
anyone
that
know
description,
The
Slayer
game
man?
of this newish game where you take panty shots of Japanese schoolgirls and with an incredibly long name, and eventually a girl poops a turtle, a real turtle.
Wow. That
Not-
is
Not something I've heard of.
But it does make me want to Google it. wait, that came out wrong. I want to find out about the game, not to play it.
Says the guy that was looking at the waterfall.
Oh no! Don't even give me. Oh man!
I was
Don't even
looking at the
don't give me
waterfall.
crap.
I
like that.
forgot about the waterfall. I forgot
Swear to
about
God, I
it.
was trying to get a waterfall. For those of you who may not be in the know, if you didn't listen to our last episode, go back and listen to it right now. So there is, the camera as you're moving around in Omega Quintet, and if you move the camera, you tilt it too far, the girl will go, hentai, and like call you a pervert for trying to look up her skirt. And I was trying to figure out where a waterfall was coming from so I could try to walk up to the top of the waterfall. And they thought I was trying to look up their skirts and look at their panties, but I was not. But I was called a pervert. So
But I was called a pervert.
He was having dirty thoughts about that waterfall, yo.
It's true.
was really trying to poop,
it
and
was
I
a
needed something to
euphemism.
help.
Right. So let's see. Where we at? Where we at for time?
Wait, what is
I
this?
don't know. I'm just hanging out with my homies, having a good time.
Yeah, I guess it's not. I mean, I don't mind.
I'll have a lot more to talk about next time. I know that sounds terrible, but I have something I can talk about next time. And then the new Tales from the Borderlands episode 4 dropped today. I haven't had a chance to play it. I've downloaded it. I'm excited about that. And I have COD Blops 3 multiplayer to play. So
If I had some time, I should say we should play together, but I won't. Sorry.
all right, fair.
Yeah. So next week I will be able to talk about something. I think as long as the NDA, everything but the ending. So I'm pretty excited. I can't say a damn thing about it right now, unfortunately, and I'm gonna have a very busy weekend. But I'm excited. Doxy, you been playing anything else?
There was things I wanted to talk about. I don't remember. Rocket League is fun,
Oh my god, it's so good.
and I wanted to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, I get so incredibly mad. I get so mad. I seriously like.
So here's the
so
question,
mad.
because so do I. What do you get mad at?
Myself
Okay, I get mad
For,
at my
like,
teammates.
whiffing the ball all the time. Like I can't figure out how to course correct for using turbo and stuff like that. I'm so bad
You're
at
just out
aerial
of
moves.
control.
Like, well, no, I'll turn
Just
too much, or like,
okay.
yeah, and
See, I
like,
jumped too late. That's my thing.
I jump too soon more often than not, and like I'll go under the ball or over the ball, or like one thing that is incredibly satisfying is running into people and blowing them the fuck up.
Oh yes.
That's real fun.
Just move,
I like
bitch.
that. It's a good way to relieve some of the stress of fucking sucking ass so bad. I'm so bad at that game.
So the notes that I took for this game, like as soon as I was playing it, was like, I played over 2 days, and the notes from the first day were like, "This is amazing. I got a hat trick. I feel like on top of the world." And then I played my second day, and it was like the first day just never existed. Like I was missing. I like figured out a little bit more on the back, the bicycle, the back flip basically, and I made like 2 own goals. Pretty much.
Oh,
It was
buddy.
not really own goals, but it was like I set the other team up perfectly, like trying to get it out of there, trying to clear it, and I just like set the ball in midair for them just to jump right into. It was awful. Kitty!
Doxy Monstro's in chat. Hi, buddy. Hi, kitty.
But Rocket League is amazing. Like, it's my go-to game when I just want something to play. It's so good. It's so good. It's just RC car soccer. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
it's super fun. I want IRL RC car
Oh, that'd be
soccer, like
awesome.
so bad, so
That'd be
bad.
cool.
That'd be so cool.
What a business
Battle
idea! Like laser tag or bowling or whatever. People can just come and play RC car soccer.
Unmanly noises. Yeah, so I played. I wish I had a little bit more time because I'd jump in like a Rocket League or a season or whatever they have in there, but I just can't commit to being anywhere. I commit like
Yeah, it takes
overcommitted
at
on
least an
fantasy
hour.
football.
Ooh,
Fantasy football.
I just have 1 league this year.
I'm
That's
in
it.
4, and I don't even like it that much.
Fucking dorks. Do you guys like win money or something playing that?
No,
or-
no, I'm playing in a family league with my in-laws and stuff. So it's all about pride and,
Bragging
like
rights.
when Christmas dinner is always like, yeah, that's right. As opposed to what happened to me the last year, which was I was fantastic through the season. Then like 2 of my big players got hurt. So then I just crapped out and I ended up in 9th place.
Yep, that'll happen. It's enraging, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Because at
Um,
that point, all the guys are taken. Like, I mean, like there's no one on the waiver wire you really can pick up that will make up the difference.
Yeah. Yummy asked if you can get Rocket League on a laptop. Yes, you can. It's on Steam and PS4. It was actually the PlayStation Plus game.
Yeah, it was PlayStation Plus.
Is that the entire title
Yeah, I think so.
of that game? Slayer Man? I guess, I hope. I saw a graph of Steam releases, and if you go back like 2 years, it was under 200 or something like that in that year, and this year it's over like 1,500. Something crazy, like just exponential increase in the amount of titles on there.
Whoa.
All right. So, Brian, you been playing anything else?
Not that I really can talk about other than wait, actually I have a pooping game.
Yes.
I've been playing Family Guy Quest for Stuff.
Yeah. You were telling me about this before.
And I got my iPhone from work, and I basically downloaded these games because my brother plays them on iPhone. And Simpsons Tapped Out is boring, but I'm still playing it because it's on the phone and I just press buttons. But Family Guy Quest for Stuff is a tapping game, and it's essentially perfect for a pooping game because you sit down, you're like, okay, restart all these timers, click, like tap, 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 tap. Okay, tell this person to do this. Okay, I'm done. You put the phone down and you finish up what you're doing. But in a way, I'm working this through my head between playing Omega Quintet and then playing these tapping games. I'm kind of getting this idea for an article about how these games in a way can be very good for people who have depression. As a person who fights depression on a daily basis, there is something, especially like when I'm playing Omega Quintet, like there was something about just sitting there watching the numbers of my enemies' HP bars dwindle. So like they start out with like, and of course, you know, it's a Japanese role-playing game. So like there are end bosses. First of all, literally like I'm not joking. Like I have a 50-inch television and I measured it. My people were this big because the enemy was so large. I was just hitting them in like the pinky, in like the monster's pinky toe. But you know, they have like 1.7 million hit points. And there is just something completely satisfying about watching that number get smaller and smaller and smaller over time.
Yet
There,
you don't like Dark Souls.
yeah, I don't like
So
Dark.
crazy to me.
I don't. Dark Souls has to do with
I-
mechanic. Like there's mechanic-y parts to it, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, so the tapping games, I really like them because it's another one where you have these timers, they're running down. You're actually, they give you these very small, easy to finish quests, so you're accomplishing things, which, you know, sometimes, especially when you have depression, you're always thinking about, okay, there are all these things I need to do and I'm not doing them and I'm not accomplishing anything. And these games give you that feeling, that satisfaction of getting something accomplished. So I really should stop playing them because they're taking up more time than I should really give them.
Yeah, that's the
But
whole
yeah,
thing about them being good for people with depression, because they're generally like less motivated to get their everyday tasks done.
right, because
So
they're
it
thinking
feels
about
like,
these other things that they can get done. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I just like we were here and I just brought us down.
I just don't have a segue. Doxy, have you been playing anything else?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of things actually. I played have I talked about Depth at all yet?
No.
No, but I
Oh.
watched you stream it.
It's so fun. So fun. Okay, so Depth is a game where there's two people as sharks. I want to say four people as divers, I think. And you are like, there's different game modes, but the only one that we really liked that much was collect the gold. And you just like collect gold and you have to make it back to the ship before the sharks fuck you up. And like each team has a set amount of lives that they can lose before the other team wins the game. And it's really fun. It controls well. There's lots of different like sharks and people and weapons and stuff to choose from. I highly recommend it.
That's the one with yeah. I think the first time I watched you play it, and I've seen some other streamers play too, where you have like the robot that drills or something like
Yep.
that. You got to make sure it stays started. Kind of almost like a Payday feel, but underwater.
Cool. Yeah. Kinda a lot.
Kinda.
It's similar, definitely.
Yeah.
Slayer Man, I think we all are kind of disappointed about the Silent Hills cancellation.
No, I'm
I think-
psyched. I'm just kidding. I'm really sad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had so much potential. It's the worst,
Yeah,
especially
that's what I was thinking of. Thank you.
that damn company. I mean, it's
The first
just-
one I was excited about in a really long time.
Yeah, it's for sure like the first horror game that I've been like, yes, finally, this, need that.
And they had like some really big names involved in like the acting and stuff, which was cool.
What
That I was excited to see in a game.
what does give me hope is that Kojima has that like weird auteur, like he's crazy enough to go somewhere else and be able to make a really good horror game even without Del Toro, because he said he's not doing a game ever again. Because he's had a couple projects that anytime, I think he was working with THQ right before they shut down, and now obviously
Yeah.
Konami cans like the most hyped up project out there. So I still think Kojima, from everything I've seen of him, he can deliver like a really cool horror game.
Yeah, I'm
If
still praying
somebody-
he goes indie.
Yeah, or even if somebody just gives him a shitload of money. If
Yeah.
Sony or Microsoft were smart enough, I think if they were to tell him, like, you come on, you take one of our teams, and you bring on whoever you want, we will make sure this game happens, and we make sure this game sells a boatload, and then
It'd be stupid fucking not to. Like, I can't believe nobody's jumped on this yet.
yeah,
Or if they have, they've been really hush hush about it.
yeah,
It's gonna be really hard though for a publisher, or a development company to want to give him the kind of freedom that he had at Konami.
yeah.
I don't see them wanting to do that. That's the only problem.
That's why I'm praying he goes indie.
Yeah, I think that is going to be the best move for him.
Yeah, I think he can do whatever the hell he wants. I think he'll get what he wants. I think that with the way that, like we were talking about earlier, like with the unique time in games where people do have a bit more freedom than they've ever had before. Granted, for Kojima, I think he'd probably spend 150 million on a game if he could.
Yeah.
So they might have to rein him in a little bit, but I think he can do anything he wants. And who knows? He may not even want to make a game. He might want to make a movie, and I'd watch that movie.
Fuck yeah.
Yami, I don't have an Oculus. I would love one. Look,
They're starting to get cheaper.
Yes, they are, and I would love to. I have always heard that VR at its current state is like try it and you're in for life. Like you're a believer as soon as you check it out. So I'm really interested with that, and I'm really interested to put that right next to Project Morpheus on the PS4, just to see because Oculus's system requirements are pretty steep.
Yeah.
And Morpheus on a home console like that, I just wonder what kind of experience they can really deliver.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah. So are we all on the same page that VR is like pretty cool? It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so excited. I was just telling this story the other day to Mr. Spuda W. And I remember when I was like 9 years old. My dad and stepmom took us to Branson, Missouri. And I tried this virtual reality game that was so simple, bare bones, but the coolest thing. Like, I was strapped into this helmet. I was on this, like, walking trackpad. And, like, I had joysticks in each hand. And I was terrible at it because, like, I was fucking 9. And it was... I can't even really describe what it looked like. It was like a gray fucking background with a gray fucking floor. And, like, you were walking around and, like, trying to hurt people. And the people were, like, 3D neon green stickmen almost.
Nice.
Except for with, like, square, well, really diamond, I don't know, fucking tilty, whirly cube head or whatever. And it was
yeah.
I remember thinking, like, oh, my God, this is it. It was the first time that I was ever, like, amazed by technology, you know? It was the first time that, like, I was aware that I live in the fucking future, and I am really hype. I'm really hype. I hope that it doesn't just fall off again like it did back then, you know?
Yeah, I think there's too much money in it now for it to be given up on, but I do think that it's getting a little scary with how many people are like, oh, we've got a headset too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? But I think
creating competition is not a bad thing, though.
No.
It's going to push people to do better.
Yeah.
And offer more.
There was some company that said they were bringing one out. Not HTC, because I know they're doing the Vive with Valve. The Valve Vive. Jesus. A train wreck. Somebody else. But the guys on Giant Bomb, Jeff Gersman, made a really good point that I think is pretty cool. He firmly believes that AR is actually the future. And the way that he framed it up is the reason being because Morpheus is great. Oculus is awesome. He's like, I love them both. But the future really is something that can go from augmented reality to take up that entire visor. And now it's VR. That's what the future is. Like, next 2 years, yeah, it's Oculus and it's Morpheus. But in 5 years, we're going to have people sitting in their houses with these stupid glasses on, and there's going to be, a little bit of a screen, yay big, in front of your face that's AR. You can touch and get the weather or put your eyes over to ESPN here and still chat with somebody in Skype there. And then as soon as you want a game, you're good.
I'm excited about both.
Display, right?
Not going to lie.
Future's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we live in it. We live there.
Well, I mean, come on, think about it. Yeah, think about it. I mean, I live in one state, Doxy lives in another state, Joe lives in another state, and then we're broadcasting to the world while talking to people, while chatting with them. on the side.
From all
That's
over the world, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
from all over the world. So it's like, yeah, that's pretty future-y also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Slayer. I'm sorry. I was kind of speaking of HoloLens is the beginning, like the I don't remember the damn word. There was a bigger word I was going to use to sound smart, but the beginning, the start.
Nope, Car. I'm totally down for some Sword Art Online. I'm for that sort of thing. The game was okay, but yeah, but actually being able to lay down and then just be in a game, that'd be pretty awesome.
Oh shit! I should send you guys the video, but there is a. It's from last year. Oh, hi.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Wife's home. From last year of like it was Battlefield 3, so it was a couple years ago. Oh god. Okay, we're back. Everything froze for a second. Battlefield 3, and they basically gave this guy a what was the PS3, the move controller gun, and then VR helmet, and put him on a like directional treadmill as well
That's
as
what I was on when I was 9.
Yeah.
Direct- yeah.
but they also put like 8 paintball guns around him. So as if you get shot, you get hit. Like this
Oh wow!
guy took one
Like
in the
force
knee.
feedback.
Yeah,
That's
he like
dope.
went down.
That
I
is
want
dope
that.
as fuck.
I want a warehouse to go to and try that.
Yeah, Slayer, man. I guess I don't mean the actual story where they go in and if you die there, you die in real life. I was thinking more like you log in for a little while, you see your friends, and then you log out and go with the rest of your day. I guess
Like
my
the
only
movie
thing
Gamer.
I
Oh,
did
that
not
would
see
be-
that with Gerard Butler.
actually,
I actually really
it is
love that game. or
it's
movie.
actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty well done.
Everybody hates it, but you and me, Brian.
Oh, really?
Everybody.
My wife loves it. My wife loves it.
Never
Well, of
heard
course,
anybody else.
my
agree
wife
with it.
also loves Gerard Butler. Like she has
Yeah.
a thing for Gerard
Fair.
Butler.
Fair enough.
Not as bad of a
not
thing
to.
as she does for as for Timothy Oliphant. Because
Deadwood.
this is her reaction to the Hitman movie. She's like, yeah, Hitman movie. She's like, I'm down for it's not Timothy Oliphant. I'm out. And she just walks away. I'm like, okay, well,
Nice.
Doxy,
No,
do
yeah.
lip piercings hurt? Not much hurts me. I want lip piercings. Yeah, it fucking hurts. You're punching a hole in your body. It hurts. A lot.
Yeah.
It hurts.
I'm down for some gamer. It's got anything. Any game, any movie is better than Stay Alive. You guys ever see that? Where they start playing a game and then the antagonist from the game comes out and starts killing them in real life.
God. There's some
Wait,
Oh,
what?
it's-
Sorry, I was reading
movies.
chat.
It has great acting by Frankie Muniz.
I love
Oh,
Frankie
God.
Muniz.
Oh yeah, he's in it. It's awesome.
Oh.
Also, CKD, I do not recall this fake conversation we
It's
supposedly had.
I liked Big Hero 6. It was
Big Hero
good.
6 is real good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't see that one either. I didn't.
By the way, I am in the chat today as Homerow Podcast. Be sure to follow us because the next live
Definitely.
one next month will be on the Homerow Podcast.
This
so
is the last
that.
one on twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY. The next one will be on twitch.tv/Homerow Podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Go ahead
click
and just
there,
click on that
follow,
name.
Notify.
Yeah.
We will be over there. And I think
Totally.
on that note, we've kind of hit all the. We've actually done a good job. I'm honestly surprised every time that we're able to get a good stretch of content out there.
We're pretty
Wow.
good at shooting the shit.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Doxy, where can we find you? This will be more relevant when we're not on your channel, but
You can find me right here at twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY, youtube.com/ZER0DOXY, and twitter.com/ZERODOXY.
and Brian, where you at?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, PSN, Xbox Live, wherever, as Quiglin. That's QUIGLIN. Hit me up there, friend me up, talk to me. Just let me know that you met me through the podcast because I don't just accept random invites. But if you say you met me on the podcast, I'll totally follow you or friend you or whatever. And let's chat and have a good time. Let's play some games.
For sure. And
What about you, Joe?
I'm Joe. You can find me at twitter.com.
Just Joe.
Just find me everywhere as Joe. Man, that would be an awesome get if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Twitter.com/Joe_McAllister. That's McCallister. I am on Xbox Live, PSN, Steam. Don't really break out the Wii too often. So everywhere there is going to be Mac Attack 1380. And you can feel free to follow me at twitch.tv/Joe McAllister as well. I don't broadcast a whole lot on there, but I will probably start once I get some more cool stuff. So until next time, over on the Homerow Podcast channel. For the Homerow Podcast, I'm Joe, and for Zox. Oh, God, there it goes. Just losing it.
I could be Zoxy. That's fine.
Zoxy. I've been drinking tonight.
This guy right here.
Yeah. I was saying.
I love you, man.
Oh, man. So, for these clowns on the Homerow Podcast, we will catch you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Super, guys.